How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video I'm going to show you how to list an item on eBay using your mobile phone. Specifically, I'm using an Android phone, but this will work with iPhones as well, and it's also the same concept for iPads or Android tablets. I'm going to walk you guys through step by step listing this Wilson Pro Staff tennis racket, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. And just to make this video even sweeter, if you check the description of this video, there's 5 tips, frequently asked questions on eBay that should be able to help you as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to assume that you've already downloaded the eBay app from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Then you're going to open your eBay app, and we're gonna go to where it says search on eBay. We're gonna click on that field, and we're going to type in the brand of the item that we're selling. It's a Wilson, and then we're gonna type in the model number, which is a Pro Staff Classic. It's the 6.1, and it's the 95 square inch. So all of those things, 5, and we're going to hit search. The more words that you search for, typically the less results you'll get. So if you don't get any results, try taking off something, because you're just trying to get an idea of what's active in the market right now. So here we're looking at a racket. So this one, they're asking $40 plus 15 shipping. This one says new, they're asking $3,500, which is kind of crazy. There's a 75 or best offer. There's a new one for 500, a pre-owned one for 49, with the bag for 99, with the bag for... So this is giving me an idea that it's gonna sell between $40 and maybe $70 in this condition with the bag. And then I'm gonna go over here to filter. I'm gonna hit show more. We're gonna scroll down to where it says sold items, and we're going to tick that. Go down to this button where it says show results. And these are the actual sold over the last 90 days. The fact that there's 82 sold and there was less than 82 listed is good. You're seeing that even on bids, it's selling for $40 plus $15. Here's 2 of them that someone got a deal for $57. Here's one with the bag that sold for $84. You are gonna wanna take condition into account when you're looking through this to get an idea of what you could sell it for, but it looks like the range is between $40 and maybe $90. Ours is not in bad condition. I've already changed the grip on it, and it comes with the bag, so I think I'm gonna list it for about $79. And then if you wanna look at the non-sold, you would go back to filter, show more, and then untick the completed, and that gives you a look at the active listings that you're currently going against. You can also filter by condition. That will help narrow it down to get the new out of the data, but you're just using this for market research and to find a copycat listing that we're gonna piggyback off of. My racket is actually the SI edition, and it's 4 5/8 inches. So I'm just gonna click right here, and I'm gonna basically copy this guy's listing by scrolling down. Keep going, and then there you'll find this button that says sell one like this. I'm going to click on that. That's gonna copy everything from his template, so we don't have to build all of this from scratch. So the first thing right here we're gonna do is photos. So I'm gonna hit that plus, and then I'm gonna hit the camera right here, and we're gonna start taking some pictures. We're gonna wanna take pictures with a neutral-ish background. Here is just the floor of our apartment. You're gonna wanna show as much information in the first picture as possible. So with the racket and the case, I'm gonna separate them. It's gonna look like you're getting more things when it's separated like this. And I'm just going to snap that first picture just like that. Now I'm going to come down to the racket, take a picture of the grip. We get 12 pictures, so we're going to want to use as much of them as possible. I'm gonna get a nice picture of the side here. It shows some of the scratches in the paint. It also shows the grip size. I'm gonna get a picture of the throat, get a picture of this other side, get a picture of inside of the throat, this text right here. All of these little details are important. And then specifically with tennis rackets, there's a lot of wear on the top that hit the ground. So I'm going to take a couple pictures of that. I'm gonna take a picture of the butt of the racket. I'm also going to flip this over. I'm gonna take a picture of the other side of the case. And then there's some schmutz here on the case. I'm also going to take a picture of myself pointing to that. You always want to show flaws. You don't want to try to hide them because you don't want to disappoint the buyer's expectations, causing somebody to be upset, leave you negative feedback, or to initiate a return. Once your 12 pictures are taken, you're going to hit done. Now it's going to upload them. As you can see, they're kind of going through. The lighter photos are the ones that are uploaded. The darker ones are the ones that are waiting in queue to be uploaded. And then you can click on any of these photos, and then you have these options down here. This is to rotate it. This one is to crop, which I like to do, especially for that first photo. I'm gonna get out the stuff. I have a little bit of my doorway in the frame. I'm gonna crop that and then hit apply. This third one removes the background. I really don't use this because I'll show you right now. If you hit continue, it turns it into that. Like, I don't want that. So we're going to revert that by going down here to the little arrow in the bottom right and bring us back to that. And then we're just going to don't apply because we don't want to take the background out. That's perfectly fine. And then if you hit the little trash can icon down here in the bottom right, that is to delete the photo if you took a bad picture. But this looks great. I'm gonna hit save. And you could do that to each and every photo if you want to crop them or do whatever to make the photos look a little bit better from mobile. Once you're satisfied with your photos, you can go back. Now we're going to work on the title. Looks like we have 68 out of 80 characters already pre-filled out. I'm going to add new grip in there. We're gonna add a plus case in there. It says we're at 79 out of 80 characters. You're gonna wanna add as many selling points into this title as possible. It looks better when it's properly capitalized, so maybe I should capitalize that C. Just makes it look a little bit more professional. So if somebody search for any of these terms, I should come up in the search and it lets them know that it has a new grip on it. Now, I never really mess with this subtitle. eBay charges you extra for that, so I'd never really used that. And then comes the item specifics. You don't have to fill all of this out. You need to fill out condition if it's new or used by just tapping on that, or if for some reason it's for parts are not working, but of course ours is used. You can change the brand, you can change the manufacturer part number, the UPC, extra item specifics. You wanna make sure that these are all correct. And again, you don't have to fill them all out. We're gonna hit back. Category should already be correct because we copied from the other guy's listing. You see this green check mark means it already is filled out. Next, we have the description. eBay automatically copies the title to the description because it has to have something in the field, but you can add something by clicking on that. Bring up your keyboard, and I could say something like new Gamma Pro Light grip installed, comes with case. Case has some marks as shown in photos. You can add as much of the description as you want. People normally don't read this, but it's good to throw stuff in there for your own protection. If for some reason somebody buys something and there was a little thing wrong with it, they might have not seen in the pictures. If you put it in the description as well, that's always a good backup. Now we're gonna go down to pricing. We're just gonna click on that field. Here's where it goes from auction or buy it now. I'm not going to auction this. I hardly ever auction any items. Auctioning versus buy it now is a thing that a lot of beginners get confused. For the most part, you're gonna wanna have a standing inventory of buy it nows. If for some reason I was moving and I needed to liquidate some inventory, then I would probably run auctions. But for 99% of the items, I'm not gonna run an auction. I'm just gonna do a buy it now. We're gonna price it at $79.99. Now we're gonna click on this delivery field, go over all of our shipping options. This is really confusing for a lot of people. Who pays for shipping, right? Well, the buyer can pay for shipping, but the seller is responsible for purchasing the shipping and buying the label and slapping it on the item. If I charge for shipping, then technically the buyer paid for it, but then I'm gonna be buying shipping anyway. So I'm always gonna be buying shipping. If I have free shipping, I'm still buying shipping. It's just kind of included in the price. Any way you look at it, the seller is buying the shipping. It just depends if you charge the buyer for it or not. There's a whole debate over having free shipping as a marketing tactic to maybe stand out from other listings, but it's up to you really to try to estimate shipping. I don't recommend doing eBay's recommended shipping because that price is actually very far off at $9.25 to $30. Pick your shipping service, which for the most part, all that I use is UPS Ground, Fedex, USPS, or USPS First Class. And in order to get First Class, you have to change the pounds to 0, and it has to be under 16 ounces. So if I put like 15 ounces, then I would be able to pick USPS First Class. But however, for this, we're not going to be able to ship it that because it's going to be about 2 pounds. We're just gonna do priority mail. And I've shipped so many tennis rackets before that I already know it's gonna be around $12-ish, but that's okay. I've built that into my price, into my profits. Shipping costs, I'm gonna do free for the buyer. I don't recommend doing calculated shipping because I don't think eBay calculates that well. I recommend just doing a flat cost. So if I were to do flat, I would probably just do $9.99 or $12.99, but I'm actually just gonna do free shipping. Already built into that $79 cost, and I didn't pay that much for this racket, so I have plenty of room for profit. Yes, you want to ship internationally. You're going to tick this little thing right here if it's not already ticked. You're going to want to click on shipping service, global shipping program. You just have to ship it to Kentucky. Then they look at the item and they export it to another country. And once it gets to Kentucky, global shipping takes over. You are not liable for anything else after that. So it's a pretty cool program that eBay has. A local pickup, I don't do that. That's if somebody wants to meet you locally for like a piece of furniture or a bicycle or something big that you don't want to ship, but I don't use that ever. We're gonna go back. Now here we have preferences. We're gonna click on that to edit a little bit. Payment methods, we're using managed by eBay. And then handling time, I do 1 business day. You can do anywhere from same to 30 days. We tend to do 1 business day. Item location is your zip code, your return policy. eBay usually wants 30 days. I usually have return shipping paid by the buyer because that would reduce the likelihood that they want to actually return the item if they have to pay it, because usually it's going to be a dumb reason, like it doesn't fit or they didn't read the measurements. So I do allow 30-day return, but they just have to pay for shipping. And then here it says require immediate payment. I recommend that you tick that because now when the buyer buys your item, they have to pay immediately. It's not just going to get accidentally bought and sit in pending status and you never get paid. So I always put that require immediate payment on. Down here it says sell it faster. You can promote it if you want by ticking that. You can do a suggested ad rate. That tells eBay to start promoting your listing through Google Ads or whatever they use, and then they charge a little bit of an ad fee. You can experiment with that if you want. Sometimes I'll run ads on things, sometimes I won't. But it seems that if I do run the promoted listing, that usually it sells through promoted listing and I have to pay that extra percentage of an ad rate. It gives you this suggested ad rate, but you can change it to whatever you want. You can do the suggested ad rate or just add it to like 1% and then go back. It's not something to worry about. You can also donate a portion of your sales to charity. If you click that, you can pick where you want to donate it to and how much percentage you want to donate. And now that we've filled out all of that, we're gonna hit list your item, and success, our item is available for sale on eBay. If for some reason you want to sell it in your social network, you can hit share. You can copy this link and then you can share the item on social media. If somebody buys through that link, you either get reduced or 0 eBay fees. I forget what they do. You can also view your listing down here. You could revise your listing if you realize that you made a mistake, or you can hit this big done button right there. Just like that, our tennis racket is now listed, and I can always decrease the price incrementally if I find that my item is not selling. And because this item hasn't sold yet, I'm not gonna show you guys the shipping portion of it, but I do have a ton of shipping videos I will link to in the corner that you guys should check out. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment section. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.